Hello, everybody. I'm going to wake you up if you are asleep. And I'm going to disturb you from doing other things on the internet if you're doing that, because I hope that I have a message for you that is of interest to you, because it's an opportunity for you to do things outside of your ISU network, a different network, which is called Space Generation. So I'm going to tell you all about that. I hope that you will be enthusiastic. I'm going to be here in Strasbourg until Sunday, so if you have any questions whatsoever, then come to me. I hope I managed to do this, by the way. Nope. Right. So I'm going to tell you about space generation, but first I want to look at ISU. Actually, I had even the intention to ask you to all come forward, because I have to speak to you like that. I would actually like to have you a bit closer, but I will just be talking very loud and enthusiastic so that I have the feeling that I'm very close to you. I hope you don't mind. So I'm going to tell you about space generation, but before I do that, I want to look at ISU. Why are you here? What are you trying to find here? For those of you that, like me, am an alumnus, what have we found here? Just think of that for a little second. I mean, it's a significant effort that you have done to sacrifice your time to be here, financially, etc. But why do we do these things? The order is not correct. I think I want to echo Mike Simpson's words that it's the network that is really significant of ISU. It's a world of its own. Sometimes a long time ago in a Forbes magazine article, it was called the Space Mafia. Of course, that has a little bit of a negative tone to it, but in fact it is. We are one family. We know each other. We can talk to each other. We can do things together, and that is very, very significant. So it's the network of ISU that is very appealing and very interesting. And of course, a network can take many, many different shapes and forms. It's what we're going to do after this, a cocktail, having fun with each other, talking to each other about the recent updates, married, kids, whatever, you know. But it can also be a business meeting where on the other side of the table, a person that you need to work together with on behalf of your company is actually somebody that you know, which can be, of course, very, very interesting. It's the individuals inside the network that make the network. If they are lazy, if they are inactive, your network is not worth anything. It's the people that show leadership. It's the people that show initiative, that share information, that initiate projects. It's those people that are very, very important to it. And I think that everybody knows this, that is the success of ISU. ISU has attracted these people that do these kind of things, and that is why ISU is everywhere a renowned institute of fame, basically. I do also think that it's essential, what I said, is that we are able to talk to each other. How do we do that? We have one central point that facilitates this, which is the global, which I also highlighted because that is also something special. 93 nationalities that are able to communicate to each other. That's already something. But it's one single entry point to be able to distribute your message, your request, your help, your whatever. So that is very, very efficient and important. So now I go to space generation. What is space generation? Of course, it's a bit different from ISU. We don't have these fantastic facilities that we have here in Strasbourg that, you know, every year people can physically come together. We are operating a little bit in a different way. We're also not educating people in the sense of a curriculum that we tell about, well, you know the topics better than I do. So, but what is it then? You know, how can we compare the things a little bit? Again, every time when there's words in bold and orange, I hope you can remember them, because that's the essence. Space Generation is a global volunteer network. People that outside of school, outside of their universities, outside of their jobs, outside of their social responsibility, family responsibilities, want to do things because they are nuts about space. And they want to work together with other people that are also nuts about space to make progress. Because they believe that space is something that really offers something to this planet. It is something that answers problems, that can resolve issues, that can maybe even prevent disaster, or, you know. I mean, space is a tool for us to make our life on Earth better. So that's why we're working so hard on that, because we find that important. So what does Space Generation do? I pause for a second. Think about this question in the ISU setting. What does ISU do? As I said, ISU is a campus. It's a university. It has students, it has professors, it does that. But of course, as I said before, the most significant part of ISU is its network. So what does the network do? It's a question that is not very easy to answer, because it's all these thousands of individuals that all have their pet projects, maybe, that are doing things that you would like to actually assemble in one document and say, like, well, look, this is what the ISU network does. But that's a very significant task to do, and how to say it, to quantify it. But it's not necessary, because the thing is that it's known that it's active and that it's good. So what do? We offer opportunities to people that want to get opportunities. And these opportunities I've on purpose kept very vague. Basically what it means is that people can do and help out with projects. Projects that come from people inside. But as I will also show you in a bit, we are more and more approached by external people, something that I also found remarkable in Mike's presentation or in his speech. I see that compared to the ISU that I attended 5 years ago, that ISU is much more collaborating with external bodies, which I think is a really, really good thing. And Space Generation is doing something like that as well. More and more and more, we are sought after, almost like a contractor company, to help other institutions to help them. And why do we do that? We do that because actually by doing things, you increase your skills. You learn things. You learn how to communicate with people. You learn about things that you didn't know before, to think about the business aspect, etc. All your team projects here, think of them as virtual. You sit at home, but you still want to contribute to a team project. That's basically what happens. You learn things by doing. So how do we do that? I must say that this is a little bit wishful thinking. We are a volunteer-based organization, and we are not in the shape that we ought to be. Okay? What we would like to do is, because we're a global organization, the only way to do something is by doing it via the internet. So we need to make available the things, the tools that allow you to do this work. We have a couple. I didn't actually mention that, but I will talk about that. Yeah, you're all internet savvy. There's so many things that are out there that help you to do your day-to-day work. And we would like to offer that as well, but we don't have that in a full spectrum yet. Right. I don't know how many of you know the initiative Taking It Global, or I don't know if it's Taking IT Global. I guess it's Taking IT Global. Nobody knows that. Oh, that's very, very interesting, because they have 100,000 young people doing exactly the same thing, picking up their laptops and working together on projects. Not space-related, but HIV, you name it. There's just people that have an interest in something, and they need to have a way to work together. Can you imagine, 100,000 people? What if these 100,000 people would work all on space projects? That would be significant. So that is the end goal. That is where we would like to go in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Who knows how fast we can achieve that goal. So we need your help to accomplish this goal. I usually say if 5 people tell 5 people tell 5 people tell 5 people, I don't know if we have good calculators here, but 5 to the power of 4 is a lot. Yeah? So all I'm asking for is you tell to 5 people this story, that there's an opportunity to get involved in a global network, and have them tell these 5 other people that they know. And before you know it, we have these 100,000 people. Of course, we need to register their interests, so go to our website and then join this global mailing list. We have